Hi Adam.
Hello.
Welcome back. Thank you for agreeing to do this.
Okay.
So let's just go straight into it. So last week we started reviewing what you did for your grade 1. Congratulations, it went all well as we discussed last week. Very positive.
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I think you can be very pleased with it. And so moving on. So I don't want to go into grade 2 straight away, as I said last week and the week before. I think it's more important to do a bit of exploration, develop your skills a bit more, and so when you go straight into grade 2, you're a lot more confident and ready to go with it. So, like every lesson, that's basic warm-up, trumpets down, and straight to the mouthpieces. Going to play a note, I'd like you to replicate that note. Okay. Lovely stuff. Right, so, have you played yet today?
A little bit, but not much.
Right, so we'll do a proper warm-up all the way, get these nice and warm again.
Cool.
So,
It's very cold.
first thing I want you to do is just a long sustained middle C. Take a deep breath and just play it until you run out. This is just to warm up the instrument and help the stamina. After you. Lovely. So, some things to work on. How you hold the trumpet. Make sure to get the most air and as smooth as a note as possible. Keep the trumpet nice and straight, so it's level. And that way you just have that straight sound, it's going to resonate for longer, it's going to sound a bit more clearer.
Cool.
Other thing is, towards the end, when you're running out of air, the sound of the note started to fade.
Yeah, it's getting too airy.
Yeah, it's going to happen, but way to do that is just repeat this kind of process of doing it as long as you can, and then naturally, the more you do it, the longer you can be able to do it next time, and the time after that practice really will help with that. Okay, so let's do a few of the old scales from beforehand, before we go on to what I asked you to do last week. So, can you remember what some of the scales were for grade 1, what you had to learn?
We did C major.
Yeah?
And we did A major.
Yes, so let's start nice and simple with the C major scale. You know how this one goes, isn't it? Enough after yourself. Okay? It's okay, it's okay.
Let's try again, shall we?
Start again. Big breath this time.
Okay.
Make sure you support them notes at the higher end. After you. Lovely stuff. So this time, like I did later on in your lessons, I want to change the note values just to help with different rhythms, different patterns. So this time I want you to play 2 quavers on every note. I'll just give a quick example. And then back down. Okay, after you. Lovely stuff. That's really come along. nicely over the few months. So, last week, can you remember what I asked you to learn?
The D major scale.
D major scale. So, this is one that we haven't quite covered yet before, and one we can improve on. So, we went through it briefly last week. Can you remember what notes are different? What the key signature is?
It's got two sharps.
Yeah, two sharps, okay.
F sharp and C sharp.
Lovely. So, as we remember, the rhyme when we did it earlier, Father Christmas,
I gave Dad an electric blanket.
lovely stuff. And if I was to ask for a different scale that had flats, what would the rhyme be for that?
Blanket exploded and Dad got cold feet.
Well remembered. So, let's go back to D major. So it's F sharp and C sharp, as you said. What vowel fingers is that? So
For the F sharp and the C sharp.
yeah, so for F sharp.
F sharp is the middle finger.
Yeah.
And then I think the C sharp is once you get I think middle finger as well.
So it has the middle finger down, but it also has the first vowel down.
Okay.
So remember, so it's F sharp, middle vowel, and then the C sharp. Exactly. Now, remember, when you start on the normal D, the one above middle C is first and third,
Right.
as you know. Can you remember what it was for the an octave above?
But yeah, this is what trips me up normally.
Yeah.
Because it's actually just the first vowel once you got
Just the
to
first
the
one.
next octave.
Lovely. So I'm going to play this one for you, just to re-jog your memory, but I'd like you to have a go after me. Okay?
Cool.
After you. Big breath. Almost. You stuttered a little bit as we came back down. It's that higher part. So this
Still
time,
haven't quite got it memorised.
that's okay. Let's, rather than going from the start of the scale, let's go midway through. So let's go from the G,
Okay.
and I want you to go from the G up to the D, and all the way back down to the bottom of the
Okay.
scale. Yeah. So I'll just give an example. Lovely stuff. So it's getting there. You've got to make sure you're still practicing this. As frustrating as it can be with scales, just got to keep up them. But we'll get there. So just for one more time, all the way through, start to finish.
Okay.
Big breath. Take big breath out and big breath in. Not that big, so you go too high. Lovely stuff. Right, I think that's enough of that. You feeling quite warmed up?
Yeah, I'm feeling warm now.
Lovely. So, would you like to know the piece that we're going to be doing today? Something new?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's from 10 Miniatures for trumpet and piano. It's nice and simple, but it's a bit different, and there's absolutely no pressure on this. This is just for experience and learning a few different pieces. So, we're going to be doing the second one, Ostinato. A bit different. It's meant to be a bit upbeat. So, I think we should just go straight into it. So, first thing, what do we need to point out when learning a new piece?
The key signature.
Key signature, which is?
There aren't any sharps or flats, so it's C major
C
or A minor.
So we don't need to worry about any notes being different in terms of our vowels. It's the standard way we know C major scale. No worries. So the second thing would be, any idea?
The time signature.
Time signature, always key. So this time it is 5/4.
Okay.
So we know from other ones, we've not done 5/4 yet, but what does 5/4 mean?
Means there's 5 crotchet beats in a bar.
Lovely. So it's just like 4/4 that we've done in the past, and 2/4 in the other pieces. But yeah. So that's being said, first notes we play, we'll go for it. First thing to remember is dynamics. MF. What does MF mean?
Like mezzo forte.
Mezzo forte. So we can be a bit loud, which we want to be playing what we play, but we just gotta make sure it's contained. So we're gonna split it up into phrases. I'm going to do the first 2 bars, then afterwards I'd like you to have a go. Okay? Okay. Nice big breath. Just go for it. Lovely stuff. Right, so this time we are going to go to the next part of the phrase. So I'll play it first, and I'd like you to copy. I'm going to do all of that first line together. Okay?
Playing at the
Sorry,
same time?
should have been more clear. So we're going to do the whole line as a part together, and then afterwards.
I getcha.
Lovely stuff. Okay, move on to the next bit. So, we're not going to worry about the dynamics for this bit here, the crescendo. We just want to make sure we get the rhythm nice and the notes sounding clear. Okay?
Okay.
So, I'll play first and then you copy. Lovely stuff. So, let's just work on this bit for now. So there's a few things that change as the piece goes on. So we've got the 2 lines here, which you know to be,
Crescendo.
and that means,
Get gradually louder as you go along.
exactly, so we're going to gradually increase in volume, and we're only going to go as far as forte. We can get quite a bit louder, but let's keep it reasonable. So, I'd like you to...
Does it, with the crescendo, does it mean we're going from mezzo forte to forte, or would we go at softer and then up to forte?
So, the way this would work is you start the piece off at mezzo forte, you continue that, and you could start the crescendo at the same dynamic, so it'd still be mezzo forte, crescendoing to forte. So it's not that big of a jump, but it's just to emphasise the end of the phrase.
Okay.
Okay, so I'd like to go from the start up until where we just played to, and we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Lovely stuff. So let's continue on. Again, there's another change. This time we're going all the way down to piano. So, as we know,
I'm
forte
bad at this one.
is there, and piano is a lot quieter. So, best way to do this, what I want you to do is, after you've done the bar that's forte, take a breath and start again much quieter to give you a chance that, give yourself the opportunity to separate from playing really loud to really quiet. You'll find it much easier.
Okay.
So if we just go from the crescendo and then do the forte bar and then big breath and then do the piano bar.
Cool.
Okay, start again. However, I
I think
think
it's terrible when I have to try and play quiet. Is it like you have to put more wind in, or?
so. It's just the way you control it. So I think the best way for you to be much better. So I think you need to do this. I think after you've played that G there, take the instrument away from your lips,
Okay.
and then breathe. Put it back towards your lips, and then continue on to the piano bar. Having
Okay.
that break will help. So, want to have a go?
Okay. Just from the forte. Or?
From the crescendo.
Okay.
Much quieter this time. It's just pitch you matching.
Mm.
Make sure you're emptying out your valves. You're getting a bit clogged up. Keep it upright. Give the valves a little wiggle. Lovely stuff. Yeah, it's amazing how much builds up there.
Mm.
So, I think that's sounding good. Let's go from the start and see how we get on.
Okay.
I don't want you to stop. I want you to play as much as you can.
Even past where we just talked about.
All the way through, we'll see how we get on.
Cool.
You okay?
Yeah, just cold, and and it's a little red against the
Okay.
against the ring on that side. Yeah.
Okay, so
Is that because of I'm putting too much weight on it?
the idea is all the weight should be in the left hand. Because you're right-handed. So the idea is this hand sits on top, and by sitting on top and all the weight being in this hand, your hand should be free and you shouldn't have any marks. That's just more of a guide of where to put it rather than a hole.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just balances on top.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's probably good for me to know, else I would have a sore finger.
trust me, best to learn now than later.
Yeah.
So all the weight in the left hand, make that nice and loose,
Yeah.
and then this hand just plops on top. Three fingers for the valves, pinky in the little groove here, and your thumb resting here.
Okay.
Okay. From the start, let's see how far we can get. Doesn't matter if we don't get to the end. Let's just see what we can do.
That's
okay.
not pitched right.
Don't worry. So, it's sounding great here. Very confident. We just started to rush a little bit, and I think that's what cost you the notes.
Yeah.
Just keep that steady beat.
Not used to feeling the 5/4 beats. Yeah.
That's okay. So this time, if that's the issue, I'm gonna clap the 5 beats.
Okay.
So after I've done 5, I want you to come in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just stop there for a second. So, there were some really good moments in that. As we got towards the end of where we just finished, you started to rush a little bit again, and that's when mistakes were made. So it's very important we learn this 5-beat rhythm. So, I think the best thing to do this, the next week when you're practicing at home, I want you to do your exercises, but this time, rather than doing 4 beats on each note for a scale, I want you to do 5. So when you do your warm-up, do a C major scale, something simple as that, but each note do it for 5 beats and then go to the next one. So,
Okay.
do you want a quick example?
Oh yeah.
Okay. can be quicker, but I just want 5 beats.
Okay.
Okay, right, so we're running out of time, so I think the best thing to do, practice on that for next week.
Okay.
I want you to keep learning the D major scale, really push, remember to push for the higher notes. The bigger breath, the easier they will come. So I think, are you happy to continue learning this one for a bit of fun?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Sure.
And I think next time we'll go through the rest of it. I reckon we get to the end of it. So for now, 2 things I want you to do are
Do the 5 beat scales.
Yeah.
But yeah, scales with 5 beat length.
Yeah.
And is it to maybe carry on the D major scale, but also work on the diaphragm pushing through the higher notes.
that pushing's key. So let's end with a bit of music. I want you to do a G, start from G, descend down, and then just hold that C for as long as you can. Just loosen everything up. Remember, always got to keep the muscles loose after we've played to stop any tension. Just makes it a bit easier on you. So from G down to C, nice and long, and then just slow, just fade away when you're out of there. Sound good? Great. Nice and loose?
Yeah, lovely stuff.
Right.
Good.
In that case, I'll see you next week.
Thank you very much,
No
Mr.
worries.
Wilson.
Don't forget your book. See you later. And thank you very much for doing this as well.
No problem.